IPMNation.com.
Auto sequence starts.
Matt Connerton Unleashed.
All right, everyone, Matt Connerton Unleashed. We have a special interview with the guys from Signified, who are from across the pond, so to speak, from Liverpool. And they're here right now, actually, in the U.S. touring. And we have on the phone with us right now Ash Welch, who is or Welsh rather, who is vocals and guitar. And also Brian and Keith Hill are there, the rhythm section. They are brothers. So Ash, welcome to the show.
Oh, hello. Thank you, Matt. Nice to meet you.
Ash joining us by phone tonight. And, of course, you guys just signed with Transit Music Group for representation here in the U.S. and I guess Europe as well. Is that correct for your touring dates?
Yeah, indeed, yes. It was our first sort of dipping the toe in through TMG, and obviously I'm quite excited to get something released with them in a couple of months. So it's all going swimmingly so far, really.
Great. And where are you guys tonight? Obviously, this is a recorded interview. We're not doing this live, but where are you right now as you call here?
We're actually in Drumlin Studios, Drumlin Down, just in East Kingston, doing another little session recording, getting a couple of tracks, hopefully release in a couple of months. It's been quite an eventful couple of days, laying the guitars, the drums, and the vocals. You can hear by my scratchy vocal cords at the moment.
Yeah, so you guys are busy. You're not just here to tour, but you're recording as well. That's great. You're really making the most of the time.
Oh, indeed. Well, you have to, really. When you travel all this way, I mean, it was quite the buckle getting here. We had a transfer of flights, cancelled flights, and we had an hour, funnily enough, for our first show in New York.
Oh, wow.
We played the R Bar in New York, and literally we had an hour from the time we left the airport, got to the apartment, ditched our bags, picked up our gear, our drums and everything, and arrived at the venue sort of literally 1 hour before we were due on the stage. So it was a little bit of a sweaty brow moment, to say the least.
Wow, that's rock and roll, though.
Oh, yeah. Nice cold beers are waiting for us as well, which is good.
Yeah. Now, is this your first time to the U.S. for touring and recording?
It is for myself in this band, but the other two chaps, Brian and Keith, they're brothers. They've been in a number of projects that have toured the States a number of times, actually. In fact, I'll hand you over to Keith to tell you a little bit more about that, really. This is Keith Hill.
Okay.
Hi, Matt. How you doing, mate?
Hi, Keith. Welcome to the show. Good to talk to you.
Hey, man. Yeah, man.
So you guys, it's you and your brother in the band, and have you and what's your brother's name? Brian. Have you and Brian been in other bands prior to Signified together in terms of playing together?
One way back when we were kids, like Morbid Symphony, which was more like death metal, that kind of thing, and then we did one, Twin Method, which was more sort of new metal-y.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of the States, but it's the first time over this way, East Coast.
Right.
But yeah, it's great. Fantastic.
Yeah, and I was saying to your singer there that it's interesting that you guys are not just here touring, but you're also making the most of the time, obviously, because you're recording as well. And I read online that I guess you guys had already done a couple of EPs, and then you decided to shelve them because they weren't up to snuff or up to the standard that you had set. Is that true?
We sort of went through that kind of thing where it wasn't. I mean, the songs were good and everything, but we just kind of hit a wall and thought, right, we want to do this kind of style, and what we just basically go and write from scratch. Yeah. And since then, we feel the songs, a lot better.
Yeah, that's good. Is it I'm a musician myself, and I've done some recording, so I'm always interested about the process of making decisions like that. Was that a difficult decision to come to when you've already put all that work into recording a bunch of stuff?
Yeah, you've sorted everything out, the tracks are ready to go, and then. But it's kind of a brave decision from a band's point of view, just to sort of go. It's not worth putting them out just because we've spent time on them. It was worth the wait.
Yeah. I commend you for that, because a lot of bands will, after they've already expended the time, say, well, good enough, and we can always record some things later. But it is a brave decision, like you said, to say, okay, well, we want to put out the very best thing that we can, and we don't want someone to hear something that we're not entirely happy with. So that's really good.
Yeah, nice one, mate.
That's really good. And now, how long are you in the States for? Because you're playing a bunch of shows here, correct?
Yeah, we're here till what the 11th. The 11th.
Okay.
We're just checking, and we've got coming up. It's Mad Bob's Friday. It's Manchester with Minds
Yes.
X, and the Gans. That's Boston Friday. We've got a radio show as well.
Okay.
Friday. Yeah.
And how many shows are you playing while you're here?
Sorry.
How many shows are you playing total while you're here?
I think it works out to about 4, 5, yeah, 5, 6, yeah. I mean, there's shows that could happen while we're here as well, which we're ready just to jump into.
Sure.
And it should be a rise, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. And how did you meet Dave Roberge from Transit Music Group?
We were just in touch online, really, and it was like, it'd be really cool to work with you guys, and vice versa. It was just like a meeting of minds. He loved the music, and we was just like, let's go and do it, yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. And yeah, Dave's a great guy and works with a lot of really good talent.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. Ash was saying too, it was a little close with the New York show. I guess you guys got there an hour before you were supposed to hit the stage.
Yeah. I just say, mate, that's rock and roll, isn't it? You just get there, but I mean, we were knackered, but that's what we live for, just to play live anyway. So we were just totally stoked.
Yeah.
Just to turn up and play New York, who would have thought it?
Exactly. And let me ask you this. How do you describe your music? Because when I listen to, I just heard you guys for the first time today listening online, and I definitely hear what sounds like a variety of influences to me. I mean, it's rock, but it's maybe a little bit of a punk edge, but also maybe a little alternative, almost.
Yeah, I mean, it's all in there. We just describe ourselves as like a power trio. I mean,
yeah.
We make a lot of noise for 3 people.
I was going to say, you have a nice, big, expansive sound for a 3-piece.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's interesting, really. I mean, being a 3-piece, and we've got some tracks where we're using like a string quartet, like through a laptop type of kind of thing. We add that dimension to us live as well. So we've got that going on, and some techno electro noises.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of influences. It's always hard to pinpoint it down to exactly what it is.
Right. And you guys started in 2007? Was that the beginning of this project?
It was late 2006.
Okay.
Yeah, late 2006. Yeah.
Okay. And have you recorded a lot of material? I mean, obviously some of the stuff you decided not to release, but over that period of time, how many songs do you guys have at this point?
I've lost count, mate.
Really? Yeah.
I'd say yeah, definitely, yeah. Loads. I'd say about 40, yeah.
Oh, no kidding. That's pretty good, yeah. With that much material, when you're playing live, especially, I assume for some of these shows, you're probably doing sets that are 45 minutes to an hour. Is it difficult to narrow down with a set list that long? I mean, is it hard to narrow down what you're going to play on a given night?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a case of let's just put this in and that in, and just pick which ones you want to do, and yeah, it's just always a nice surprise to see what goes down.
Sure.
What we're trying to do.
And how is it different here when you're in the U.S. playing shows? And you and your brother have been here before, and Ash had mentioned that too. And this is his first time. But how is it different in the U.S. as opposed to where you're from in terms of going out and playing shows? I've never played shows outside of the United States myself, so I have no idea. Yeah. I mean, is it different? Are the crowds different? Is the process of getting to the venue and dealing with all that different?
I think. Well, the crowds in the US are always more sort of, up for a good time and sort of like listening to what you do, respect what you do.
Yeah.
And it's the same in England, of course, you get places that might be a bit indifferent.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, over here we've always enjoyed playing here, absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. Prior to Signified, did you and Keith play in a couple of different bands that came to the US to tour?
Yeah, but that was the one previously was Twin Methods, and that was just a bit of recording really in Los Angeles. And the band prior to that was the death metal band, which did the really big tour. But yeah, we sort of, as soon as we came over, we've always loved coming over here to play, wherever it is in the States.
Yeah.
All good, mate.
Absolutely.
I'll pass you back to Ash, mate.
Okay, yeah, fantastic.
Okay,
it's been great talking to you, Brian.
Come on.
Hello again, Matt. How are you?
Hey, Ash. Good. How are you?
Hey, all good,
So do you guys have a show tonight? Are you guys getting ready to play after you leave Drumlin Down?
No, we've got another session, our fourth session, recording tomorrow morning, and then we've got the gig tomorrow evening.
Oh, okay.
So we've got to obviously get all those bits organised as well with it. So get ourselves into the frame of mind and showered and shaved and everything. So we're in sort of studio mode the past 2 days, and it's been great. We've had a hot tub here and everything. And if everyone ever gets a chance locally, I'd definitely recommend Drumlin Down Studios. Just on behalf of Brian Satch, who is just a wonderful producer to work with. He's been really creative, and he's helped us kind of really reshape sort of some of these songs that we've come in and had a sort of fresh pair of eyes.
Yeah.
And eyes, and it's been great actually. So if anyone's check him out, can I plug his web address? Is that all right?
Oh, absolutely, please. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. You can reach him on www.drumlindown.com. That's Drumlin without an E, down with an E.
Very good. And I have to say too, I have to give him props because I've never been there and I've never met him, but I've been hearing about that studio and I've been hearing about him for years. So I know he does a good job just based on reputation.
I'm sure I put about a stone on since I've come here as well. So
yeah.
These guys have just made us some phenomenal meals so far. We've been treated like kings. The hot tub's been on. It's been all good.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Where does the name come from, by the way, Signified?
Signified. It was one that was banded around, and it was just kind of one that kind of just sort of come out of nowhere. Really rehearsing, it was a bit of a. I'd say it's quite sort of an individual and unique name, really, and sort of retrospectively, when I was studying, doing media studies, obviously the theology side of signify, signifier, the signified, for example, and sort of what it represents is just gives people a bit of a question to what we're about anyway musically. So it's just something that sort of came out of the bag really more than anything.
Right. Very good. And where's the best place to find you guys online? Obviously Facebook, which I'm looking at your Facebook page right now. And
the Facebook page. The MySpace is a little outdated at the moment, but I must say as soon as this new stuff gets released, we're going to be hitting Reverb Nation. So the Facebook and MySpace for now to keep up with it. The other way is signing up to Transit Music Group's newsletter, and that'll obviously keep you up to date when all the releases will be out and any other sort of exciting news from our end.
Fantastic. Yeah, we definitely want to keep up with what you guys are doing, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners will too. Does Keith want to say hi as well, or is he busy?
I was going to throw Brian on.
Oh, okay.
Excellent. No, he's a bit strained from laying some screams today, so I think he's just tending to his poor voice.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Hello. He's a bit croaky.
Is that him in the background?
Excellent.
What? Was that him? Was that him that I heard in the back?
Yeah, he just give you a little hello there. He's really croaky at the moment.
Oh, okay. I completely understand. All right. Well, good luck with the shows. It's great to talk to you guys. And now the new material that you're recording, can you just remind us what's the ETA on that? When do you think that'll be out?
Well, there's a batch of songs basically ready to release now. We're just waiting for the mastering to come back, and then that's going to be released through Nova Records, and that's going to be called 2012.
Okay.
So that's going to be sort of ready. Fingers crossed. June, I reckon, is probably going to be our sort of hit date with that one.
Okay.
So the stuff with Brian at the moment, we're looking at least sort of a 2-3 month turnover with the rest of the production and then the mastering as well from our side. So hopefully we should be able to follow it up maybe sort of July, August time. So hopefully there'll be material coming out and then following up more material. And by that time we hope to be at least back over and looking to do some shows, actually sort of gig around and promote the material live, really.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Well, listen, when you guys come back to the States, I'll presumably have a little more notice this time. I definitely want to get to a show, hopefully record an interview with you guys on site because I really dig the tunes that I listened to online today. I listened to a bunch of them, and it's really good stuff. And
well, thank you very much.
It's really great to have you guys on the show, and I look forward to talking to hopefully all three of you again in the future.
Yeah, excellent. Well, so we're passing around a handset at the moment, so we'll get ourselves around the nice speakerphone so we can all holler at you at the same time. How's that?
There you go. That would be perfect.
Lovely.
All right, guys. Well, all three of you, thanks very much for joining me here tonight on the show.
Oh, no problem at all. Thank you very much for having us. And as I say, if anyone can get down to the gigs in Manchester to Mad Bob's, that's with the wonderful local band Mindset X.
Absolutely.
And also, McGann's on Friday in Boston. If anyone's local to that area, come down and
that's
all the bars a beer.
That's a great room. Yeah, very good. We'll spread the word.
Fantastic, man. Thank you very much, my mate.
All right, absolutely. Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
rpmnation.com.